What up, the socialites? It is your favorite car-free mom in the D coming here with a how I got here, car freedom in Detroit, the most car-centric city probably in America. We do make the cars here. Well, at least we used to. And how I navigate that being a entrepreneur, a mom, and someone who also values time alone, time with friends, and etc. So I asked a question on Instagram and I'm going to answer those questions. And then if you have any questions, just comment below and I can make a video 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But before we get this party started, let's talk about how I got here. My name is Social Chrissy, aka Christina. I live in Detroit, Michigan with my 8-year-old daughter. And I became car free in 2021 after Detroit's infamous and ridiculously horrible infrastructure took my vehicle. So I took a step back. I analyzed my situation and I became a car free mom in a D July 1st, 2021. This July 1st will be my 4th year of being completely car free. And the top 3 benefits for me is I've been able to connect with the community more than I ever have. And I've been a Detroiter all my life. Although I've lived other places and traveled the world, I still am a Detroiter, but I know more people. Number 2, it has literally amplified my daughter who is on the spectrum. She literally talks now. When we started and moved here, she was still nonverbal. She talks, she communicates, she builds friendships. And number 3 is the greatest one that I love. I've been able to max out not only mine, but my child's Roth custodial IRA as well as my Roth custodial IRA. I was never able to do that in corporate America or when I had my other jobs. So let's get into these questions because word on the street, you want to know about these bikes. So first, I want to talk about the 2 bikes that I currently own. I have been an e-biker owner since last April 2024 when I purchased my first one, the Aventon Abound, for my birthday. I recently in 2025 became a owner of 2 e-bikes, both Aventon, which is the blue right here. It is the Aventon Abound SR. Now, they both have seats. This is considered a long tail. The blue is considered a short tail. And as you see, this has the Abound SR has a captain seat, where this is the Aventon is a long tail. Question, how durable is the stock accessories? Like, for instance, the trailer part where the kid sits. For me, both of them work amazing. It just depends on what you want. So when it comes to the Aventon Abound, this is the long tail. As you can see, I'm able to put 2 children and or other things. So sometimes my daughter sits in the back and I'll have groceries or something in front of her if I do not have panniers there. They also have panniers at the same time that can go on both sides of this bike. Now, when it comes to the Aventon Abound SR, obviously it's shorter. I do have hooks that go on the back of this bike. The cushion in the seat, my daughter loves it. She is a little bit closer, so there is not much storage for I have to replace the tires and parts. So again, the Aventon Abound, the green, I'll just call it the green. The green, I've had to replace the tires once because I switched them to swabbables, which is just I was having too many blowouts, too many flat tires. But when it comes to having to change them for actual traction duration, I am coming up on my tune-up. And so I can make another video of if I even require new tires or not. Other items, they are still from their stock, or if I purchase them, they are amazing. What's my battery life? Honestly, my battery, I love it. I love my battery, but it also depends on 2 factors for me. What speed or level I have it on. So it is sport, turbo, fast. And then if I'm pedaling, where it's just assisting me, or if I'm just fully throttling it, that depends. But they last for me. So the blue is going to last 60 miles, up to 60 miles of traveling, not speed. The green, I've gone to 40 miles max before I've had to charge my battery. But I did want to show a few things that I think a lot of people do not realize and often ask me. When it comes to weight, this bike holds a total of 440 pounds. When I researched, this bike was 400 total. Now, here's the thing. I know for sure for the Aventon Green, the back is 140 pounds. So I'm assuming the rest is the front or can carry. But here is where I would like to give a disclaimer when it comes to families. I will show you as well. I'll move this camera and show you. So when I initially purchased the Aventon Abound, the green bike, I was waiting for these parts, the bench and the seat. And so I got the bike company to install a hinge, which would carry my daughter in a trailer until this came. And then ever since we haven't used it. That's a lie, actually. No. And so it would hold this, a traditional carriage. I have that on the back with beach stuff, a Yeti. When I looked upstairs, a Yeti, I think it said, oh God, I think it said a 1 pounder. A Yeti 1 pounder that had like ice, coolers, etc. Lunches, blankets, snacks, and what else was there? Oh, computer gadgets, etc. Plus a kid, plus me, which I'm ranking in about 221. No issues, no friction, no pullback, easy peasy. Now, Detroit is not really a hilly place, but the place that I had to go was the riverfront, which you got to go down and you got to go up. If you live here, you know, and if you don't, just research it. And so I love that, which brings me to my next question that I wasn't able to find, but I'm just going to type it in. Can you attach a hat? What is it called? Like a hitch, a trailer? You can. So let me show you. All right. So we're going to go low. I just need to figure out what side it's on. All right. It's on this side. So you can see right here is where I would attach the trailer. That is where the hook, the mount, and the metal to metal go. And I was able to check the hit trailer, and my daughter was able to sit. Once I got the footboards and, like I said, the seating, we were good. The next question I received was, why did I decide to get the Aventon About SR instead of just keeping the green? Well, I'm going to be honest. One, I'm super excited about my purchase, but I didn't read. So you guys know I'm car free in the D, and I like to be car free other places I go. I love a good train. I love a good bus, public transportation. I misread. I thought that the blue bike could go on a bus or the train. It is still overweight. It is still 82 pounds, I believe, and the green is 100 or something similar, like something like that. So I'm not able to take it on Amtrak, as I believe the max weight is 55, and I believe the bus is the same. So that is one reason. But I also want it smaller, so when I go onto the elevator, it's just easier and more manageable. So though that was the reason that I purchased that. Why did I purchase Aventon opposed to any other? One was affordability. Number two was I was able to ship my bike to a local bike shop, and they put it together. There's other things like Turn and Urban Arrow and etc. And I have to be honest, I really did want an Urban Arrow. The price bracket is completely different. Urban Arrow starts about $5,500, I believe. My bike with all the what I call the shits and giggles was a little bit under $3,000, where the other bike starts at $5,000. But it's also this. And as you can see, it has a huge bucket. There's no way for me to lift it up and down. And I live in a high rise, not somewhere that has a garage or covered, gated, secure parking. So that is why I didn't do that. Now, if you have that, I would heavily recommend it, because you can literally have this. There are people in New York who like go on dates and put their wife in the front, which, oh my gosh, I would love that. Like, if people are like, oh my God, I would do it every day. It also obviously can hold more weight. Those are all the questions that I pretty much got, is how manageable is the bike? And for me, the bike is super manageable. Like I said, I'm about 220. So I'm able to do the things that I need to do with this bike. Picking it up to me is light. Riding it is light. It is, again, it's just like riding a bike with a kid on the back. If you've never rode a bike with a kid in a trailer, it might be a little bit more difficult. I don't know. I'm not scared of scary things, so I'm going to do it. Okay, so I have to head out today, so I'll actually show some actual video footage of how I use it, what it looks like, etc. We need to head to the grocery store, and also I want to edit this video in real time, and so I'm going to head to a coffee shop.